Hey guys, I'm a little bit later than usual getting this market report video out. The November stats were released about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and unsurprisingly, things have not really changed again going back all the way to July. If we look at things like average sale prices, the number of sales and new listings, they've basically been flat. Average sale prices, depending on the area that you're talking, are hovering in that $1.50 to 1.1 range, and they've been that way since July. Sales volume has always been down about 40 to 50% over the last 2 quarters. And new listings are down about 15 or 20%, depending again on the product or the area you're in. So more or less, things have just sort of stayed flat. And I'll repeat again, I think we've sort of hit the bottom in terms of average sale prices in Toronto. Of course, there could be some fluctuation, 3 or 4 or 5% over the next 2 quarters, but nothing too crazy. We won't see any major dips, and we surely won't see any major increases over that period either. Now, going in and looking forward into 2023, I personally believe things will be very similar to what we've seen over the past 2 quarters. There will be at least one more interest rate hike on January 25th, and the next Bank of Canada meeting after that is March 8th, I believe it is. And it's hard to predict at this point whether or not there will be an interest rate hike at that point. But the Bank of Canada has predicted or has stated that we're getting towards the end of their rate hike cycle. So there will be at least one more, if not 2 more rate hikes. Now, at the same time, immigration continues to pick up and new home construction continues to slow down. So there is starting to be a little bit of pent-up demand from buyers. And you're seeing the homes that are well renovated, are staged, are priced properly, they're still selling. They're still selling quite quickly. It's the homes that are priced incorrectly, aren't staged, or need a lot of work. Those ones are staying around for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 10 weeks in some cases. And there are opportunities out there for buyers. But we are starting to see that pent-up demand. There's people that were looking quite actively in the start of 2022 who are now putting their boots back on the ground and going out there and starting to look again. And there's a lot of people out there that are trying to predict the bottom of the market and time the market perfectly. And that's almost impossible to do in the real estate market. There's a lot of emotion that drives the Toronto real estate market, and all of a sudden people will start catching wind that, okay, we've hit the bottom, interest rates are going down, and they all get back in the market at the same time. And once that happens, real estate stats lag. By the time you read the newspaper or read online media reports or watch videos like this, and people are saying the market's starting to tick back up again, it's too late. You've missed the bottom. So the reality is there's no point, and it's almost impossible to time the bottom of the market, so don't do it. I wouldn't buy a home speculation right now and plan on selling it in 1 year for a profit, because it probably won't happen. But if you're looking to buy a home for 5 years or 10 years or 15 years, it doesn't matter that much. Get yourself out there, at least start receiving listings and going out there to look. At some point here, buyer confidence will resume and seller confidence will resume. Sellers right now, a lot of them are still holding on to prices back in Q1 and Q2 2022, which is not realistic. As we know, those prices are down from that peak in February, 15, 20%, depending on the type of product we're at. And sellers have to come to terms with that. And at some point, they will come to terms with that. Confidence will resume. There will be more listings, and buyers will get active again. So it's hard to predict what will happen, of course, through all of 2023. But I do believe the first 2 quarters of 2023 will be very similar to what we've seen for the past 2 quarters, which things will be quite slow. Sales will be down. Average price will just kind of level off at where it's at. But we'll see. Of course, I'll report back, and in January, I'll come at you with a more detailed prediction video. But for now, it's time to wrap up. Happy holidays to you and your family. I hope you have a great time. Get some relaxation, have some cocktails, have some fun. Talk to you in 2023. Bye.